You're watching The Blitz on Pronews 7. Hard-hitting highlights from across the high plains with Lee Baker. Here comes The Blitz on Pronews 7.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 7th of our 12 weeks of Friday Night Football. We call it The Blitz. We have a blitz full of highlights from around the Pronews 7 viewing area and scores. Now, while some leagues are just a starting district play, others, the fun is underway. In fact, the fun in District 3-4A is heating up with the third round of games in the 8-team league. 3 unbeatens, 3 winless, and 2-1-1 so far. Interesting games in the metro area tonight, starting with Caprock hosting Hereford. The Rock gave up 74 last week at Friendship, while the Herd went to Dumas and gave the Demons their first loss of the season. Just don't know what's going to happen in this league, and so let's head out to the old windblown stadium. Hang on to your flags, girls and boys. That's dangerous. All right, let's get to the football game eventually. Opening drive. Caprock on the move, Michael Guerrero to Addison Bustos, and eventually the Horns had it first and goal, but they would have to settle for this Connor Hollabaugh field goal and a 3-0 lead. A lot of action going on. Watch this. The Herd take the kickoff. They go right down the field. Quarterback DJ Garcia with a good move, and he hits Nate Cabazuela. That's a first down. The very next play, it's Garcia over the top. He's going to find his pass tipped by a Horn defender, Christopher Carrillo, but it's called by Jadion High, 7-3 Herd. Back comes the Rock. This time Guerrero. You got a player that make a play. He almost faked me out, but then he gets away. His pass complete to Seth Chapman to the 20-yard line. A little bit later, they're going to hand off to Kalen Jones. Watch the move. He's looking for his blockers. He finds them. He sees them, and he cuts up, and he's inside the 5-yard line before he's down. And then a couple of plays later, Guerrero is going to hit Hollabaugh for the touchdown. Let's go to the scoreboard and show you that the final tonight, or what we have right now, is 41-14 Caprock. And also tonight, that's a strange score, but Palo is beating Dumas 7-4. Let's go to the other big game down at Kimbrough Memorial Stadium. Canyon and Friendship. Hey, the band marches on. I wonder who took those pictures. Second quarter, a bit of trickery. Quarterback Tucker Tuberville fakes the handoff, the reverse to Jeffrey Witten, who then hands it back to Kate Davis. But it doesn't work as Dylan Douglas sniffs it out. Well, I'm confused. All right, Canyon has the ball. Quarterback Travis Cosby takes a snap. The offense decides to keep it. Picks up 25 yards. First down, Eagles. A lot of blue in that picture. Very next play, though, Cosby drops back. He dumps off the screen to Blake Weaver, who takes it up to 15 yards, and that's another first down for the Eagles. All right, let's go to the we didn't have much action while we were there. It was 7-7 we got there, and right now on the scoreboard, it is still a 7-7 game, and Randall right now is blanking Plainview by the score of 9-0. That is one quarter down. Still a lot of football to play coming up. A couple of more Metro games, including one that saw a school finally have a home game this season. And back to last night to see if Amarillo High could keep its long streak against Lubbock High alive. That's next on the Blitz. All right, welcome back to the second quarter of tonight's Blitz. The Amarillo High Sandies opened league play last night, looking to extend a long winning streak, I should say. How long? The streak began in 1974, the last year of Kenneth Clapp as the coach, all through Larry Dipple's era. Brad Thiessen and now Mel Maxfield. The current Sandies coach was a sophomore starter at quarterback and defensive back at Gorman High when the streak began. Let's go back to last night and show you some quick highlights. And again, the wind was howling. The old sand is about to blow down the Panhandle. They don't hang on to that thing. Yeah, let's pick up the highlights. Early on, Amarillo High holds the near sack here, and a good tackle by Mason Cheek to force a punt. Amarillo High goes 58 yards, 6 plays, 26 of it coming up right here. Josh Woods, and with the conversion, the Sandies lead by the score of 7-0. Westerners took the kickoff march to Amarillo High, 34th and 12. Coaches call the play, but it ain't going to work because Cole Merkel's going to get a sack. And we go to the scoreboard and remind you that Amarillo High won last night 52-6. Monterey beating Tascosa. Burleson Central beating Pampa. Also, it's Perryton ahead of Norton, Kansas. Dalhart is beating Clayton, and Clovis ahead of Artesia. Let's go about a half a mile down from where we're sitting on the E-Way, the original San Jacinto new stadium, and it was there. We previewed it earlier in the week. Now, look how bright it is, okay? It was early because it's going to get a whole lot darker. It's going to get a whole lot darker. Watch this. First series, Patriots caught up. The Cowboys have it. And Jesse Garcia, it's a fumble. And Jesse Garcia is going to get a touchdown and make it 7-0 with this conversion. And then after an onside kick that they recovered, Joseph Syons is going to rip off a big run all the way down. He'll score eventually to make it 13-0. Let's go to the scoreboard and run through the scores. We have Plains wins tonight. Holy Cross a winner over Kingdom Prep right now. Clarendon beating Groover. Buchner over Lockney. Quanah ahead of White Deer, and Panhandle beating up on Vega. Again, those scores were 1A teams that were not in district play. Other 1A and 2A schools, though, in the playoff contest tonight, and that's what's coming up next. This reminder, you're watching The Blitz. Welcome back to the third quarter of tonight's show. This reminder, you can see all the scores currently on our website. Visit connectamarillo.com/blitz. Our webmaster, Travis Ruiz, is hard at work posting the scores, unless, of course, he's fooling around on Facebook, which he's known to do. You can also take a look at the highlights. They'll be posted by 11 o'clock, along with all the finals. Now to the action. We start at the 2A ranks district, 1A Division I, an 8-team toughie. Let's go west to Bushland. And a stormy night. Look at the flags howling out there. Yee. Friona with the ball, Bushland 1 yard line, but the Falcon D holds them. The Chieftains get stuffed. But the wind a problem. Taylor Cornelius trying to throw out of his own end zone. The ball gets stuck up in the air. Alan Tafoya picks it inside the Bushland 20. Wow. And then the very next play, Friona capitalized. Edward Rojas for a touchdown, 7-0. Let's go to the scoreboard and see what we have. It's Friona right now with a 9-point lead. And Childress in that district also beating River Road by 34. Now to the other 2A league play, this time out at Highland Park. Hey, look at that Archie Krause shot. The old plane heading, which way would that have been? Looked like north. First quarter, Fritch on the board against Highland Park. Colton Valley takes the pitch, goes 7-0 Eagles. The next possession, Fritch on the move again. Quarterback Chris Bryan, the dump screen to Colton Valley. He gets to midfield. Very next play, another screen to Bryan, this time to Terry Bryan, and he gets it into Hornet territory at this point. And then we move to the second quarter, same drive. Bryan again rolls. Ryan Blakely, the touchdown, the final score. The score we have tonight right now, Fritch up 23-0. Spearman is beating Dimmitt, and it's Floydada over Tulia. All right, 4 quarters of highlights and scores complete. One more to play coming up. A big Class 1A showdown up north that featured one perennial power and just a handful of unbeaten teams left this season. That is next on the Blitz. Welcome back. It is quarter number 4 of tonight's football fun, and what a showdown to start the District 1A Division I race. Unbeaten Sunray welcome Canadian to Bobcat Land. The visiting Wildcats started the season number 1 in the rankings, but a couple of defeats dropped them out of the top 10. Both picked up a few votes in this week's poll. Tonight's winner moves atop the district standings and gets a head start on the playoff chase. Let's head north where, I'm not mistaken, it's a little dark in the tunnel, and then it was even a little darker outside because it was raining. The Bobcats not so sunny. Somebody looking to wash out the Wildcats. The first quarter, Braden Hudson drops back, avoids a sack, and hits Taylor Schaefer, first down. The next play, Hudson hands off to Isaac Lewis, who takes it around the end, a few cuts, and picks up another nice gain for Canadian. Wow, I guess. And then the very next play, Hudson, play action. He's going to roll, and he's going to throw back across the field. Nice play. And after a turnover on downs in the red zone, Sunray takes over. It's Talon Dooley to Julian Celestial. He looks like to have a big hole, but then the turf monster gets him. That's a first down. A couple of plays later, Dooley tries to keep it himself, but he gets blitzkrieged by a number of Wildcats. So nothing happened while we were there. Let's go to the scoreboard. It's 7-7. Boys Ranch losing to WT High. Wellington is beating Memphis. Wheeler winning the battle, Wheeler County over Shamrock. Sudan blanking Naz. And Farwell ahead of Bovina. Now to the night's 6-man action in Pirate Land. We're going to go to LaForge, where 6-man action, LaForge taking on Groom. The two towns battling, of course, to see who could raise the most money for breast cancer awareness. Everybody in pink. Here come the players. Everybody looking good. In the game, LaForge get the first points on the board. Seth Scully takes the toss to Michael Vick, dodging finally down. I know who wrote these highlights. Next play, Spencer Nicholson passing to Dennis Sprouse. He runs to the sideline, putting up 6 points on the board. The extra point was blocked. That made it 6-0. Later on, the Tigers were held. LaForge gets the ball back again, and again it's going to be Nicholson taking the snap to Colton Helfer, who gets tackled at the goal line, but the ball's in. That makes it 12-0. Let's go to the scoreboard, see what we have. It's right now LaForge winning by 5. McLean has beaten Derazette. Also tonight, Happy ahead of Valley. Miami over Hedley. Follett beats Hart. Valley over Cress. Outside over New Mexico, Sanhone Grady wins. Logan a winner. Up in Oklahoma, Elgin beating Guyman. Shattuck ahead of Goodwell. That's a final now. Texhoma beating OBA. It was a Balko ahead of Tyrone. Beaver over Moreland. And a close game, Fairview has a 1-point lead over Hooker. All right, that will do it for highlights, some quick highlights and scores from tonight's action. Still more to come in the form of a preview of tomorrow's college football and the rest of this day in sports. You're watching The Blitz. got a peanut gallery over to the left, folks. You're right. Welcome back to the final quarter of tonight's action. It's a busy time at West Texas A&M homecoming weekend. There's volleyball matches, men's soccer, women's soccer, alumni golf, the induction of the 2011 Hall of Champions members. Now, this was the scene earlier today on campus as the members gathered to socialize for a while before the ceremony to place their names among the greats in WT's athletic history. Also honored were a couple of families helping the Buffs off the fields.
We have a 16-member.
It's a great honor, and there are a lot of champions, a lot of great players, great coaches, and I'm just honored to be among them here today, and it's a great honor for me. And of course, I go back a long ways. Went to school here, and I saw some of these people play, and some of the coaches coach years and years ago.
All right, to look at Bob Schneider and the other people, Bo Brown, Ed Harris, Nay Hale, Mickey Matthews, Jim Reed. The Legacy Awards go to the Frank Barrett family, Dick and Joyce Railsback. As for the games, look at tomorrow's games. WT hosts Angelo. Abilene will be in eastern New Mexico, and OPSU heads over to Langston, Oklahoma. The annual Red River rivalry takes place tomorrow in Dallas. Third-ranked Oklahoma takes on 11th-ranked Texas. It's the 106th meeting between the two, and the 32nd time both enter the game undefeated.
Feel like that it's unique in that both teams come out of the same tunnel, and at times before we all understood it, there could be some fights and some pushing and shoving and talking, and now Bob and I have it worked out where one team goes out first, the other team waits respectfully, and then they come out behind, so the two teams do not have interaction in the tunnel like we used to have.
Well, I think as much as anything, we talk a lot about just being excited and emotional doesn't win for you. It's being prepared for the moment by the work you've done all week, and then you've got to focus and concentrate when you're in the football game.
You see that game 11 o'clock right here on Channel 7, followed by Mizzou K-State. And then at nighttime, it's Ohio State, Nebraska, and A&M is at Texas tomorrow. That's on FX, one of those other networks. All right, lots of other sports happening. We've got a lot to get to. League playoffs in baseball, 2 deciding Game 5s. Milwaukee beat Arizona 3-2 and 10. The other game, St. Louis beat Philly 1-0. The Rangers open the ALCS tomorrow, 7 o'clock. It'll be C.J. Wilson and Justin Verlander pitching for Detroit. High school volleyball this Friday. Amarillo High swept Lubbock High. Tascosa did the same to Monterey, while Randall beat rival Canyon in 3. Would you believe the AISD Falls Girls Golf Tournament's underway? Randall's Chelsea Burney shot 79 at ACC. She has the medalist lead. The AHS Black team has a 9-shot lead. A final round at Tascosa Golf Club tomorrow, maybe. WT Soccer, the men beat UTPB 2-1. The ladies lose at Midwestern 5-0. And the Bulls opened a 2-game set in Corpus Christi with a 6-3 win over the Rage. Thanks for watching. As always, have a great sports weekend.
Thanks for tuning in to The Blitz on Pronews 7. Brought to you by these sponsors. Head to connectamarillo.com for highlights, extended coverage, and scores. And watch for updates on Pronews 7 through midnight tonight.